What's up, fight fans? This is Kurt Deville with Counterpunch Boxing News, and I have some new news concerning Prince Haseem Hamed. Get this. Prince Haseem Hamed names the #1 heavyweight in the world. And the legendary Haseem Hamed has revealed who he believes is currently the #1 heavyweight on the planet. And speaking of Talk Sports, Prince Nas admitted that he also ranks Fury as #1, though is sick and tired of the inability to finalize a clash between Fury and Usyk. He says Usyk has come along and he's done his thing, but Tyson Fury is still there. Tyson Fury is still king. No, he said Tyson Fury is still #1. He said these guys are the heavyweight champions of the world. Let's see them fight. I want to see them fight, man. I'm sick and tired of all this BS. Those are the words of Prince Haseem Hamed. Then let me counterpunch. I know he said something similar to this. Actually, it's contrary to this. That he said, like, hey, Tyson Fury's good and this, that, and the other, but he still has to show me that he is #1 to beat Alexander Usyk. Now, in this article, he is saying that Tyson Fury is still #1. And let me counterpunch. You can't still be anything if you haven't fought or has of yet to fight the best. You're just an acclaimed guy that may be one of the best until you fight the best. Okay? See, we live in a day and age of social media, propaganda, biased information because of social media and propaganda. And we tend to make our own conclusions prematurely on popularity or fanatical way of thinking. Just being a fanatic of a person. You know, you got fanboys that when you are a fan of a fighter, you think and you put this fighter on a pedestal, and your mental perception is that fighter can't be beat. And it's not the fact that he can't be beat. It's in your mind you don't see him wanting to get beat because you like that fighter so much. That's how that really goes with a lot of fighters. You know, and if we're a fan of the sport instead of fan of fighters, which I can understand because it takes two to tango. Okay, in boxing, this isn't football or basketball. You know, these people don't get traded or anything like that. The teams, that's why I don't understand why people are fans of teams versus the players that play them. I don't care about who promotes the fighter. It's about the fighter themselves. But I think that by itself gets too indulged in, simply because people look at fighters as too much before actually fighting to show how and where their competition level is, where their opposition level is. So it's one of those crazy things with fighters that we have, and we think more about, that's that wind blowing, we think more about the fighters themselves versus the guys that they can beat. You know, and a lot of times people, they inadvertently don't want to see certain fights because they don't want to see reality come into play. They don't want to see their fighter get beat. They can't stand to see their fighter lose. Therefore, they don't want certain fights to happen. That's why as long as the fights are not happening, they're happy campers because, again, they're in love with the fighter instead of the ability of the fighter to show that he is the best fighter. You know, those other fighters that they're not fans of, they become more of threats or the enemy versus an opportunity for these fights or your fighter or their fighter that they love so much to show how good they are. They don't have that mindset. They look at it as almost like a deity that's dying due to a bigger deity. But anyway, you guys tell me what you think of Prince Haseem Hamed stating that Tyson Fury is still #1. Of course, please subscribe. And you guys been Counterpunch. Peace!